Hello, this is Zedis. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing more Uncleared 2019 levels. This is episode 30, and to celebrate, I have a surprise for you, which I'm spoiling right now. I fail for the first time. I got a level that I couldn't beat. It's an excruciating troll level that I got about 2 seconds into. I'm going to include it at the end, and if you want to try, go ahead. I don't think I'm ever going back, even if the level viewer starts working. I did actually get it to work on one level during this recording session, but the next time I tried it, I couldn't get it to work, but I don't know. That troll level requires an annoyingly precise jump right at the beginning, and it's almost impossible to do. And I died 100 times trying to get it. I think I probably only got it 3 or 4 times. Anyway, so we'll go back talking about this first level. As you've probably already noticed if you've been watching, it's hot garbage. That's all it is. It had, I think, 300 something tries. I don't quite get that because it's not that hard. This is one I definitely could have cut because there are hidden block shenanigans, but it's not that hard to find what you need. You know, at least he doesn't hide it very well. Yeah, this is just a bunch of enemy spam. Yeah, there's not much to this level other than garbage. Yeah, 3 Charvargs. Luckily, no Meowsers. Charvarg's probably more annoying than Meowser, to tell you the truth. I can't actually get Meowsers in here because I could use Meowser to break a wall. Yeah, a lot of my deaths here were dealing with Charvarg. And there are hidden blocks that kill me too. But, you know, we're right by the flag right here. It's just over to the wall. You can kind of see it if you look in the bottom right-hand corner. The Charvarg actually killed my bomb, or was it might have been Boom Boom, actually. Best to just kill Boom Boom at first. Let him jump off the cliff. Yeah. Get this bomb. I hit it, so nothing could destroy it. Nothing could just wipe it out. Yeah, Boom Boom has to kill. I don't think a Charvarg can... They could light a bomb. I don't think they'll kill it. Here's the flag. I'm large, and I'm like... It's gonna be hard to get in there in 3D World. So I get hit by the Charvarg, and it's like... Well, I can get there now, but I can't see myself because Charvarg's still on top of me. Yeah. This is a stupid level. Ratings-wise, I give it like a 2 out of 10. It's pretty awful. There's another one in here. And I just grab it, and I'm just gonna make sure it blows up a large section of the wall so I can actually get the flag. Yeah, that's all it is. Like I said, I don't know who was trying it 300 times, but it took me like, I don't know, 6 or 8 lives. Not too bad. I'll also say up front, the final level that I actually beat on this one was another behemoth. It was just horribly difficult. Proud to have cleared it, but it's not a very good level either. The second one is the best level in this recording session. This is a 7 out of 10, I would say. One really blind fall. Other than that, it's quite a good level. Oh, this is pretty blind too right here. I'm not sure. I could actually long jump at this point. That's probably what he wants me to do anyway, but I throw out the shell, and it hits an on-off switch. Yeah, he probably wants me to long jump over this. I could definitely do that. Not too bad, though. This is not the blind fall. I can slide down the wall here and see what's down here. I jumped too high. Trying to get that coin. I do need the red coins, by the way. It's a very short level. Yeah, some yellow blocks. Easy enough to avoid. Here, I do actually long jump here. Same jump, basically, that I could have done before. Some a little difficult jumps. This one's a little at an angle, a weird angle, but it's not too bad. here's the blind fall. Yeah, you have to fall to the right, and it's like, can't see that guy. But otherwise, it's a good level. So here I brought the shell with me. Oh, because that coin is over on the side. That was the best way to get it, is to bring the shell all the way. Probably some other way he wanted me to do it. The rest of this level is pretty much free. Those pipes, by the way, just kind of led around to show the end. So it wasn't completely... But I mean, you could call this a blind fall too, but it's pretty easy to survive that. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a nice little 3D world wall jumping type level with some spikes and some on-offs. Yeah, that's not bad at all. On to level 3. Swing Away Meryl. It is a reference to the movie Signs, apparently. I like that movie, but I don't think I've seen it since it was in the theaters. However long ago that was. What was that? Probably like 2003? Maybe even earlier than that. 2002 maybe? I don't know. Anyway, good movie. Bad level. Not a terrible level. You know, we're on the claws, which I generally like. They are a little janky, of course. But that's not the problem with this level. Like, problem with this level, it's not super long. I think it only takes me a minute and 10 seconds or something like that when I finally beat it. But the big problem with this one is that it's fairly easy for most of the run, and then there's an incredibly blind spot near the end, and yeah, it took me a long time, and you have to go through the whole level every time. I don't know what oh yeah, I ran out of time there. That's just the first time I saw what was going on. That P timer isn't tight at all. Yeah, I mean, most of this level is quite easy, and then you have like an incredibly blind section that you have to almost memorize. And you know, by the time you get to it, the next time you've forgotten exactly where to go. And yeah, it's very hard, and it takes forever to get back there, and I was getting very angry at it and constantly throwing. I think like difficulty wise, this is it's probably a super expert level just because of the blind stuff, but yeah, it's if you had a checkpoint halfway through it, it wouldn't be so miserable, but it just gets miserable. It probably took me this one I recorded in 2 different sessions. It took about a half an hour on the first session, and I had to quit because I was just getting way too annoyed with it. And then the second session, I probably beat it in about 12 minutes. But I knew exactly what to do. I just had to remember the pattern at the end. I missed that wall jump. I didn't go fast enough. We'll cut right back there. This part, this climbing on these skull platforms is a pain in the butt too, but not too bad. If you mess up, you can actually go backwards and reset it, which I will do on a different skull platform section in a minute here. But it's just more irritating than hard. Here's another kind of blind fall, but it's not too bad. This wall jump section, I actually jumped too early there. By the time I saw that a few times, I remembered, watch, I'll just fall down. I know it's the 3rd section I have to jump off, so I just grab the wall at the 3rd section. There's some blindish swamps, but I reacted quick enough. Here, I think I want the spring, and I play around with it a lot. The fact is, he wants me to use that spring to jump up to the next section, but I can get to the next section without using it, so eventually I just dish the spring. Actually, I think I keep it forever, because you know, springs are always good for cheese, but there isn't anywhere that I can cheese this level. There, I missed that jump. I'm too far to the right. So now I have to wander all the way back to the right side of the screen to respawn those things. Yeah, this level is just, it's not bad, it's just a little irritating. And here, to get down here, I kind of have to do a blind jump. Suppose I could go under, but it's kind of risky. Oh, I killed the spring there. Yeah, I kind of cheesed his on-off section because I could get up on top of it, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. The on-off block parts on this level are pretty simple. I respawned the spring, but I didn't respawn the platforms. I don't know how I respawned the spring. I killed it, didn't I? Yeah, some of the stuff I might have cut, but it's I don't know. Just a way to deal with this kind of problem. Yeah, I want to keep the spring here though. But then I get to the next section, I'm like, this is obviously not coming in handy. And you know, I feel like when you have a spring in your hand, if you have to do advanced maneuvers like ground pound canceling or something, the spring's not going to help me at all. It's going to hinder me. Yeah, this section is the part that just drove me crazy. In fact, you know, as long as it took me after I die here, I think I'm going to cut right back to the final attempt where I had done it 100 times. I actually even looked at the thumbnail to figure out where I had to go. You want to do short jumps here because you want to spawn it. You can't hit, you have to make sure that spike you don't hit. And then, yeah, he wants you to jump another time and run into the wall. It's just irritating. It's not good. I think if I didn't rate it, I'd probably give it a 5. Like, it's not that bad, but yeah, the skull platform part at the end is just too much. I think that's 2 levels in a row that I got 1 out of 100. I don't know. I did change the order of this a little. I think the 3rd level was actually the really hard level that took me like 3 hours or so. Almost cut this one just because it's lame. Troll, nighttime troll. It's not too hard though. It took me probably 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah, again, another one that just relies on a bunch of invisible blocks. He Kaizo blocks me like everywhere. Blind jumps. The worst kind of level, but not the hardest kind of level. It's ratings wise, I would give it a 1. It's just worthless. Whoever made this just needs to get slapped in the face. I guess, like, the troll level I lost on, if I were to rate that one, it would probably be like -10. You'll see when we get to it. It's just the most irritating jump I could possibly imagine, and I can't even guess what's coming up after that. I didn't include a take where I hit those 2 blocks on the left. They're just hammer bros. Not worth seeing. See, it does at least have a checkpoint, this one. Yeah, this guy has basically, he's got 1 move and it's Kaizo block. Oh, and death doors. There's at least a couple of death doors. There's one other one I lost in the editing process, but who cares? Who wants to see that? So yeah, you skip this door, go to this. Oh, Kaizo blocks. So, but I can go down. Not too bad. Go up here, and I think that's where the checkpoint is. Yeah. So, got another new area. There's not much in this part. Yeah, I mean, I guess God bless him for having a checkpoint. I had said many times in the past that people in 2019, maybe coming off of Mario Maker 1, didn't believe in checkpoints. I didn't quite make it into that spike. This one gave me a checkpoint, thankfully, because I would have hated to have to do that first part over and over and over again. Luckily, that really hard level gave me a checkpoint, maybe a little too far into the level, but we'll see that upcoming here. Yeah, it's really fun cutting down a 3-hour video into a digestible. You don't really get the sense of how painful it was. Yeah, here's a Kaizo block. I don't even think I showed where I found that the first time, but of course I died. Slide down the wall, you gotta jump at a certain point, that's all it is. We'll go right back there. Yeah, that's all it is. Stupid level. Just absolutely unimaginative. Spikes, Kaizo blocks, sniper thwomps, shit like that. It ain't even worth. Almost cut that one just because it's boring, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay to see it anyway. Now this level, I can't even remember which. Is this level 5 now? I can't even remember how many included in this. I did actually beat one that I cut. It was very easy. It took me like 2 or 3 lives. And I never shut off record. It recorded for like 8 hours, so... I just cut that because it would have taken an infinite amount of time to put in this program, and it probably would have wrecked my computer, so... It wasn't very interesting anyway. This level... extremely easy. I did die once to a boo. I bounced off the block and got stuck. I beat it on this life. I didn't even edit anything out of this video. It took 2 minutes. It's not a very interesting level to watch either because he didn't block off the top, so I'm just gonna go up there. You have to kill 5 boom booms. There's a bunch of ghosts, so that's really hard to get around, isn't it? I just go way up. There's nothing stopping me at all. He could have put a ceiling. It would have. There's 2 boom booms. They fall in lava, I guess. I don't know. I never went down there. Here are the last 3 boom booms. We're just gonna lead them back. Let them fall up the same ledge. Alright, clear condition met. I sure hope that sun doesn't get me. I guess I'm a little too high. Oh, Bowser Jr. And I'm just gonna go until the level ends because the axe is like 10 blocks over to the left, I think. So I just fall on these ice blocks and jump to the... Luckily, I did hit the on-off switch at the beginning. I didn't know if that was gonna matter. In fact, I didn't even think about it until I watched the video. Yeah, super easy level. No one played that. That's why it's hot garbage too. I don't blame people for not wanting to beat that. Or for quitting immediately, because it's pretty garbagey. Ratings-wise, I'd probably give it a 2. I didn't boo it, though. Okay, on to the very hard level. I think it even says that in the description somewhere. Oh, a 6-4 hard is what it's called. And 3 pages of Japanese description, which I'm curious as to what it says. It's a very straightforward Super Mario Bros. 1 castle level. I will say, this level isn't terrible. It's extremely hard, and it would have been really frustrating. But he absolutely makes it a shit level because of the sound effects. And I'm sure I've complained about sound effects before. If people know me from the Mario Maker 2 community, I hate almost all sound effects. You put a piggy in there once in a while, that's cute. I don't mind that. Once in a while I'll do that too. Sometimes the alternate music is nice to have. Even that, like, has a visual effect too that gets in your way. I think all the sound effects have visual effects, right? This one, every single goddamn thing has a sound effect on it. And oh my god, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's sound effect spam. It's completely done to block your view, which is the worst. You got the horror music, you got the confetti, everything. And there's all kinds of shit flying at you all the time. Bullets, you know. And I'm actually cutting tons of this. It took me a really long time to figure out a good pattern. But eventually I just figured out, and we'll watch it. We'll see the whole thing a couple of times. We'll cut back here just to give you an idea of what's coming up. Yeah, you don't want to hit those springs. If you hit those sideways springs, they'll bounce you right into the... Now you get to this point, right? And there's moles coming up, and there's potoboos, 3 of them, in each of these spots. And it is impossible to time this shit. It is absolutely impossible. Like, you cannot memorize where those go. But you get a gopher, a Monty Mole in every point, and the idea is to go back in that wider hallway and crush them, but then you have to keep crossing these potoboos. And it's just brutal, man. I think I get hit in this one, right? Yeah. It's brutal. Eventually, I just figure out a way to keep going. And I don't even let the Monty Moles pop up. Yeah, I have to wait a couple of times. You have to wait for that second potoboo to fall there. You gotta wait for that fire bar to spin around. There might actually be a way to just do this fast. He only gives you 300 seconds, and it's a very long level. And in fact, I found later, this is the one level that I actually, if you just go, you have to pause just briefly, the first Potaboo. This part, you almost have to just get lucky. Like, I hit the Potaboo. It's insanely complex and irritating, I feel like. I think overall the level is not terrible. It's just extremely hard. But the sound effects spam absolutely ruins any value it has. I'd probably give it a 5 at most, maybe even a 4. You get to this part, it's not that hard. He's got some sound effect here, but it's not as bad. I think every single item has a damn sound effect under this level. You get up to this part, there's some spam with you know, the blooper nannies and the red bullets, and it is hard to get through there. I might cut back to the beginning and we'll see a run. Once you get past that point, there is a checkpoint. Yeah, I mean, you have to almost remember. I could probably have done this blindfolded by the time I beat it. I had played so long. I probably played a whole, maybe 90 minutes by the time I got to the checkpoint. Yeah, watch a little turn back. That's all I need, and I can keep going. Do a slide so that bullet doesn't hit me. You know, run fast here so the cannon despawns. And I kind of have to just get lucky there because it's really hard to judge. Sometimes you can go too fast and run into these, like you see right here, cannon bullets. I'm smart enough to wait for them, though. I never actually died that way. This part, if you had to go really fast, it would be hard, but you don't really have to. This part, not particularly hard. This part is extremely hard, because there's the fire bars, the red bullets, and the blooper nannies. That one flew up pretty high, so I was able to avoid it. Oh, almost got hit there. Boom boom, some Kaizo blocks that almost killed me. I keep running, there's another flying boom boom, and I hit the checkpoint. And, oh my god, I was so relieved, but the second part is just as hard as the first part. I think the first part probably took me 90 minutes, and I think the second part took me about 90 minutes. I actually paused and left it. I didn't leave the video running, but I paused the video and got a second video going. And I went to dinner with friends and came back. And you'll see how long it actually took me. I was able to open the program on this one. I show a couple. Oh, and this boss fight is extremely difficult with these two, the big flying boom boom and the Bowser Jr. Could have had him throwing hammers, it would have been even better. We'll show you in a minute after I lose this time. Yeah, you get pinned in by these two guys. That's a hard boss fight. I mean, it's not unfair. It's not too spammy, really. Although there are some bloopers to the right. I try not to spawn them. Yeah, I show a couple fights, I guess. But I was able to open the program on this one because I'm like, I wonder if there's anything to help me cheat this, to help him cheat. And it turned out that there was. And my thought is, you can beat those bosses and get past those. I think I actually do here. Yeah, I just wanted to show you. And right here, I just show you the whole thing right now. You have to wait every time for this to happen. Now, the blooper nannies look like they're going to be a problem, but if you're small, they will not touch you. If you're standing still, they will just float above you. They won't go under you. They always stay above you. So if I'm small, they will hit me if I'm large. So if I had a mushroom still, they would hit me. Absolute corner jump right there. You cannot miss, and I jumped too high there. So we'll cut back. This is actually going to be the final run, because it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. He has a Death Star. They say, oh, that's crappy. And it is crappy, but I do believe you can do it without this, because you don't want to go to that bottom part. He has a big mushroom, too. You do not want to go to the bottom part large. It does not work very well. So you want to be small here anyway. So if you can manage to beat the Boom Boom and the... Here, I cut. If you can manage to beat the Boom Boom and the Bowser Jr., you're just as well off as any other point. I think he has those dev box specifically so he can upload the level and the time, because it takes a long time to fight the Boom Boom and the Bowser Jr. It takes a really long time to beat both of those guys, and I don't think you can do this whole level in 300 seconds. And you have to wait for the thwomp, obviously. This part, I died many times to these damn Koopas. It is really hard to judge. I got hit by Bowser Fire at least once, and I died doing this jump quite a few times. I didn't make it here that many times. Look how annoying this is. Oh my god. Watch this jump. Bam. Looks really good because you only saw it once, but I didn't die that many times there, but it was hard. I didn't get there that many times. I died to those Koopas more often than I died to that jump. Once you get to this point, though, you have infinite fire flowers. There are blooper nannies everywhere. And Bowser Fire also stops your fireballs, but I have infinite power-ups. I don't care. I'm just gonna hit him as much as I can. I have plenty of time. Am I actually running out of time? No, 183. I bet it's still 103. Yeah, this is just irritating, but I don't care because I'm here. I knew as soon as I got past that jump with the on-off blocks that I won. I can't lose here. Yeah, kill the blooper nannies every once in a while. I can only spawn so many. You remember the blooper jumping level I had a few times ago. Yeah, this again. Yeah, this level was insanely hard. A lot of memorization, a lot of tough jumps. Yeah, it was a pain. This was a pain in the butt. And like I said, I don't think it's an awful level, but the sound effects spam really makes it hard. It makes it annoying. Actually, like, you play it so often that you don't even notice it. Just like the blooper bouncing one I had a while back. Yeah, atrocious. I left him a comment. 80 minutes. That's the record. Somebody is going to get this in Endless, and they're going to see that, and they're going to be like, what the F? Anyway, yeah, 300 lives or so. Definitely one of the hardest levels I've ever played. But not to be outdone, we have the troll level. Bass after bass. He even has a mwahahaha in there. So, like, almost 400 tries already before I get to it. Another reason that I am never going to beat this level, by the way. I'm not even going to try. 5-minute record, my god. And in this, I can barely get past the first jump. If you get past the first jump, it's like maybe 10 seconds into the level. That's as far as I can get into this level. This is what I would call an over troll level. Way too hard. Just incredibly difficult. Yeah, you got a whole line of fish. You can't avoid that. You can. I'll show you how in a minute. I'll show you how far I got. The next part is irritating too, and it takes getting past this part every time. Yeah, here I'm just checking for some hidden blocks. There is one, and you'll see it in a second here. Yeah, nice falling block. And for the longest time, I assumed that had something to do with how I was supposed to get past it, but it's not. So here is how I do it, I think. Yeah. That jump is so precise. And after I lose, and then there's something with on-off blocks in the thwomp, and if you hit that on-off block and you jump, the thwomp actually hits the on-off blocks. That's all I'm actually going to show you, because I didn't get much further than that. I could barely get past this jump. I probably only did it 3 or 4 times. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please beat this level for me. Avenge my death. Yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. -10 points for this level. Goodbye.